So the Pittsburgh Pirates were mathematically eliminated yesterday after the Cubs won. It was a bit of a comeback win too, looking at the game from yesterday. The Cubs won 6-3. Rockies took a 3-1 lead, but this time the Cubs were able to come back and score 5 unanswered runs to win the game. Now, Colorado is the worst team in baseball. But the Cubs are 81-74. We were recently on a massive tear. This is obviously a much-needed win that we need to win this game in order to make the playoffs. As of right now, we are holding down the third wild card spot. We have another game against the Rockies. Then we have to take on the Atlanta Braves. That's going to be a really hard series for us that really could make us crash and burn our way out. The Marlins are right up to us. The Diamondbacks don't have a very comfortable lead either. So really, the Phillies are in a safe spot, but no one else is in a safe spot. Giants are pretty much pushed out of playoff contention. They're actually almost as bad as the Padres. Both teams have less than about a 2% chance to make the playoffs now. But, I mean, just looking at these teams, but the Reds' major choke definitely helps us. It puts them 2.5 games behind the Cubs. I mean, just look at it. The Reds took a 9-0 lead. They took a 9-0 lead. Pirates scored 13 runs. Then they only scored 3. They lost 13-12 in that game, and they blew a 9-0 lead. If you look at Reds blow 9-0 lead, it wasn't one of the biggest blown leads. I mean, it was the first time it was one of the biggest comebacks in Pirates history. And just to think, this is a team that had no incentive to win after they were kicked out of the playoff contention because of the Cubs win earlier. Looking at MLB playoff chances per team, you'll see that some teams really have become eliminated from playoff contention. Are the Yankees eliminated? Look at which teams are eliminated from the MLB playoffs. Because 0.0% could mean. Let's look at. I can't find if the Yankees are eliminated from the playoffs. No, it's that they're not eliminated yet, but they're very close to being eliminated. That's why they realistic odds of 0.0%. A camera, Steven! Stop interrupting the video! Anyway, looking at the playoff odds, Orioles and Rays, they've clinched. Blue Jays, 91.4% odds to make the playoffs. Twins, they've clinched and they eliminated everyone else in the AL Central. They have a chance to get the bye, but it's highly unlikely that they will do so. We can see that the Orioles are the clear favorites to win the division, but the Rays have a small chance. In the AL West, Astros have a good chance to clinch the bye, but the Rangers have an even better chance. When you look at clinching the divisions, the Rangers have a 90.1% chance to make the playoffs. Astros are 69.7%. In an unfortunate, heartbreaking fashion, the Mariners, after their major, winning streak in August, they crashed a bit in September, and now they're down to a 48.9% chance of making the playoffs. They still control their own destiny, but it's going to be hard because they got beat up by the Rangers, and the Rangers are likely to win a division. In the National League, Braves clinched. Phillies, I don't think that they haven't clinched the wild card spot yet, but they are very close. I want to look up, did Phillies clinch wild card? The Phillies already eliminated the Mets. Yeah, it's hard to. I can't really look at it, but but it's almost certainly going to happen. Marlins are 48.4%. Nationals and Mets eliminated from playoff contention. Looking at it, Brewers almost they've already clinched, and they're almost guaranteed to win the division. But the Cubs do have a 59.6% chance of making the playoffs. Reds down to 8%, and the Diamondbacks at 83.3%. Padres 0.1%, Giants 0.5%. The Giants really choked it away.